Every system, left alone, tends to fall apart. A garden turns to weeds. A room turns to clutter. A life, left unattended, turns to chaos. Scientists call this entropy, the natural drift toward disorder. That touches everything, from galaxies to grocery lists. Nothing stays organized on its own. Order only exists where someone keeps rebuilding it on purpose, again and again. Today's video breaks down one of the most talked about books of the last decade on discipline, meaning, and personal responsibility. We're summarizing 12 rules designed to pull a person out of chaos and into a structured, purposeful life, translated here into language you can actually use, starting today. This isn't a list of motivational one-liners. It's a set of small, repeatable actions that reshape how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and how you handle the parts of life nobody warned you about. Your body speaks before you do, long before you say a word. Your posture has already made an announcement. Someone walking in with their shoulders back and their head level reads as ready. Someone walking in, curled forward, eyes down, reads as someone who's already lost. This isn't just perception. Physical posture actually feeds back into your mood. Force a slouch for 5 minutes, and you'll notice your energy drop with it. Straighten up, and something in your nervous system quietly recalibrates toward confidence, whether you feel like it or not. Responsibility follows the same logic. It's almost impossible to own a mistake, fix a relationship, or start a hard project while mentally curled into a defensive crouch. Standing tall isn't about vanity. It's a signal to yourself first that you're someone capable of acting, not just reacting. Before you change anything else in your life, change how you occupy space in a room.
Here's an odd but telling pattern. People routinely take their pets to the vet at the first sign of trouble, refill their medication on schedule, and adjust their diet without complaint. Yet, those same people skip their own checkups, ignore warning signs in their own health, and put their own needs dead last. Somewhere along the way, many people quietly decided they weren't worth the same level of care they give freely to others. That belief rarely gets said out loud, but it shapes everything: sleep, meals, deadlines, boundaries. Flip the frame. Imagine you were responsible for someone else who happened to look exactly like you, someone whose well-being was entirely in your hands. Would you let them skip meals for a deadline indefinitely? Would you ignore their exhaustion? Treating yourself as someone worth protecting isn't self-indulgence. It's the baseline required before you can meaningfully take care of anyone else.
The company you keep rewrites you. Friendships aren't neutral. They quietly rewire behavior over time. A group of friends who normalize complaining will have you complaining more within months without you noticing the shift. A group that normalizes ambition, honesty, or discipline will pull you down in that direction, just as invisibly. This is why choosing who gets close to you deserves more thought than most people give it. Loyalty to a friendship that's actively shrinking you isn't loyalty. It's a slow erosion dressed up as history. The practical move here is simple, but uncomfortable. Audit your 5 closest relationships and ask honestly whether each one leaves you sharper or duller, more capable or more resigned. You don't need to cut people off dramatically. You simply need to stop investing your best energy into relationships that keep pulling you backward and start investing it into the ones that expect more from you in a good way. Compete with yesterday, not with everyone else. Scrolling past someone else's promotion, new house, or vacation photos, and measuring your life against that single frame is one of the fastest ways to manufacture misery out of nothing. Comparison against other people is a game with no finish line because there will always be someone further ahead. The only fair comparison is against the version of you from a year ago, a month ago, even yesterday. Did you sleep better? Handle stress better? Follow through on one more thing than you used to? Small, consistent improvement compounds in ways that feel invisible day to day. Getting just 1% better each week doesn't look like much in the moment, but stretched across a year and a half, that person becomes someone almost unrecognizable compared to where they started. Progress measured against your own past self is the only version of this comparison that actually builds something. Fix what's in front of you. First, it's tempting to have strong opinions about everything wrong with the world, politics, other people's choices, the state of society, while quietly avoiding the one mess sitting inside your own house. That gap between outward criticism and inward avoidance is worth noticing before pointing at broken systems. It helps to ask a much smaller, much harder question. What's one thing in my own daily life that I already know is bad for me and have been putting off fixing? A habit, a relationship, a routine that's clearly not working. This isn't about achieving some flawless, perfectly organized existence. It's about being willing to look honestly at your own patterns before assigning blame elsewhere. There's an old saying that captures this well. If everyone swept their own doorstep, the whole street would be clean. Start with the doorstep you can actually reach. Choose meaning over convenience. Nobody signs up for a life that's easy. Difficult things, raising a family, building a business, mastering a craft, are chosen precisely because they're hard, not despite it. Comfort rarely produces anything worth remembering. Struggle is not optional in a human life. It shows up regardless of income, location, or how well things seem to be going on the surface. The real choice isn't whether to suffer, it's what that suffering is in service of. Discomfort spent chasing something meaningful feels entirely different from discomfort spent avoiding responsibility. This reframes a lot of daily decisions. Instead of asking, what's the easiest option right now? A more useful question becomes, what's the option I'll still respect myself for in 5 years? A short-term easy choice and a long-term meaningful one rarely point in the same direction, and learning to spot that fork early saves years of regret later. Truth, precision, and staying present. Trust between people is expensive to build and cheap to destroy. It rests on something simple: telling the truth, even the small, inconvenient version of it, rather than the version that keeps everyone comfortable in the moment. A single well-timed lie can undo years of credibility in seconds. Alongside honesty sits precision. Vague complaints solve nothing. Saying, "Something feels off in this relationship," fixes nothing. Naming exactly what's wrong, specifically, is the first real step toward changing it. Blurry problems stay unsolved because nobody can aim at something they haven't clearly defined. And underneath both of these sits a quieter skill, staying present enough to actually notice good things when they happen. A good meal, a quiet morning, a small kindness from a stranger. Constant exposure to bad news online creates a distorted sense that everything is falling apart, when most days, most things, are still working fine. Conclusion: none of these ideas require a dramatic life overhaul overnight. Standing a little taller, telling the truth a little more consistently, choosing one honest friendship over 3 convenient ones. These are small, repeatable actions, not grand gestures. Chaos doesn't announce itself. It creeps in through skipped basics: posture, honesty, the people you surround yourself with, the small daily choices nobody's watching. Order gets rebuilt the same quiet way, one repeated decision at a time. This has been our take on the 12 principles behind building a more disciplined, meaningful life. If even one of these ideas made you pause and think about your own routine, that pause is where change actually starts. Here at Rewire Insight, we keep breaking down books like this one, ideas about psychology, discipline, and the mind behind lasting change. If you want more summaries like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. The next idea that shifts how you think might be one video away.